Hi everyone, I'm Claire from Susan's family. Today I'll teach you how to make a 1 cm universal doll base. The base includes arms, legs, body and head. Let's start with the crocheting method for arms. First, let's understand the chart. In the chart, our plus number indicates the round number. The increases and decreases explanation column shows the stitch techniques needed when crocheting the current round, including increases and decreases. The total stitches column indicates the total number of stitches after completing all stitches in that round. This base is crocheted entirely using X stitch single crochet. From now on, we'll simply call it single crochet. The stitch techniques used include: please watch my demonstration of the specific crocheting method. To make it easier for everyone to see clearly, I'm using chunky yarn for this demonstration. Colors are random. For specific yarn, color schemes and hook sizes, please refer to the detail page of our product and paper instructions. Due to crocheting in spirals, it's hard to distinguish the rounds, so you need to mark the first stitch while crocheting. So before crocheting, first cut a piece of yarn in a different color from the arms. Please be mindful not to use yarn that's too dark, about 20 centimeters in length. Separate the strands. Take out 2 strands for later use. Then cast on. The chart indicates magic ring, meaning the casting on method is the adjustable magic ring. Hold the yarn tail with your right hand. Wrap it around your left index finger twice. Now there are 3 strands on your left index finger. Use your right thumb and index finger. Pinch where the loops overlap. Take it out. Then wrap the yarn around your left little finger once. Pass through between the middle finger and index finger. Transfer the loop to the space between your left middle finger and thumb. Between the middle finger and thumb, pick up the crochet hook with your right hand. The crochet hook moves between these 2 points. Insert into the loop. Position the hook to the left of the yarn. Wrap the yarn counterclockwise. Draw the yarn through. There is 1 loop on the hook. Chain 1 to secure. Yarn over. Pull the yarn through the loop on your hook. 1 chain stitch is completed. The magic ring is completed. Now let's work the first round. Make several single crochets. This indicates inside the magic ring loop. Make 5 single crochets. First, make the first stitch. Insert into the magic ring. Position the hook above the yarn tail. Draw the yarn through. Now there are 2 loops on the hook. Position the hook in front of the yarn. Wrap the yarn counterclockwise. The yarn loop. Pull through both loops on the hook at once. 1 X stitch single crochet is completed. The braid in the upper right corresponds to the stitch, which is the V-shaped formed by 2 strands. Now work the second stitch. Insert into the large space. Place the hook above the yarn. Draw the yarn through. Hook in front of the yarn. Wrap the yarn counterclockwise. Pull through both loops on the hook at once. The second single crochet is completed. This round requires 5 single crochets in total. Repeat this process. Continue crocheting downward. Before drawing the yarn through, always place the hook above the yarn. 3, 4, 5. After completing, gently tighten the magic ring loop. There are 2 loops here. First, gently pull the yarn tail. You can see 1 loop is moving. Tighten the moving loop first. Only one loop remains. Then pull the yarn tail tight. Now the loop is tightened. The stitch pattern corresponding to the chart is completed. Because we're using spiral rounds, each round, just work the stitch pattern according to the chart. Now the first round is done. Move on to round 2. Start from the adjacent stitch on the left side. Work 4 single crochets downward. Before starting, mark the position of the first stitch. Take the previous yarn tail, place it between the first and last stitches. When crocheting, keep the starting yarn tail above the hook. Weave in the ends as you go along. One, 2, 3, 4. There's one stitch left on the right side of the yarn marker. Make a SC 2 in 1, which means make 2 single crochets into the same stitch. One, 2. The single crochet increase is completed. Tidy up the fabric. Make sure the clearer texture side is facing outward. This side is the right side of the piece. The blurry texture side is the wrong side. Trim off the excess yarn tail. Crocheting in spirals creates a height difference between the beginning and end. This is normal. Now round 2 is completed. Continue to crochet round 3. Move the yarn marker from back to front. Place it between the first and last stitch. Make 1 single crochet on the left stitch. Make 1 single crochet on the next stitch. The chart shows W after the table. It means to make 3 single crochets in 1 stitch. That is, work 3 single crochets into the same stitch. 1, 2, 3. The 3 single crochets in 1 stitch are completed. Crochet 3 single crochets after that. That is, crochet up to the yarn marker. This stitch on the right side. Round 3 is finished. Now work on round 4. This round is even 8x, meaning work 8 single crochets evenly. Move the yarn marker to the back. Then pick up stitches and crochet even single crochets. Crochet up to the stitch on the right side of the yarn marker. This indicates the completion of the round. This completes round 4. Next, work on round 5. Move the yarn marker to the front and continue crocheting. First, work 2 single crochets. Followed by 2A, meaning work 2 consecutive single crochet decreases. Use the invisible decrease technique here. A stitch has 2 loops like this. The loop closer to you is the front loop. The outer loop is the back loop. Insert the hook into the front loop of the adjacent stitch. Then from front to back, insert into the front loop of the next stitch. It's a bit tricky to pick up here. Pay attention not to insert in the wrong position. There are 3 loops on the hook. Place the hook above the yarn. Pull the yarn through the first 2 loops. 2 loops remain. Yarn over and draw through all loops in once. The single crochet decrease is completed. Crochet using this technique. The gaps between stitches are smaller. The texture of the fabric is more delicate and beautiful. I'll demonstrate again the invisible decrease crochet technique. From front to back, pick up the front loops of 2 stitches on the left side. Place the hook above the yarn. Pull through the first 2 loops. 2 loops remain. Yarn over and draw through all loops in once. The single crochet decrease is completed. Make 2 single crochets. Don't miss the first stitch. Round 5 is completed. Here's a way to count rounds. The fabric piece has raised textures as your guide. Count how many raised textures there are. That's how many rounds you've crocheted. Avoid the starting position. Count the rounds. 1. Total of 5 rounds. Count the rounds using this method. R6 to R2 8 in the chart. 6 single crochets without increasing or decreasing. It means starting from round 6 and ending at round 28. You need to work even single crochets correspondingly. Each round has 6 single crochets. Refer to the chart. Complete them. When crocheting, pay attention because there are fewer stitches. Don't miss any stitch. Move the yarn marker before each round. It marks the beginning and ending position. Crochet to the stitch right of the marker. It indicates the end of a full round. I won't demonstrate this part. Break the yarn after completing both arms. I'll demonstrate using a swatch here. CH1 to secure. Pull a large loop. Leave about 15 centimeters of yarn tail. Cut off. Slightly tighten. Leave the yarn tail for now. Remove the marker. One arm is completed. Crochet the other one in the same way. Next, learn the crocheting method for legs. Both legs are started with a foundation chain. Crochet in spirals along the starting row. Add shaping wire after crocheting a few rounds. The new stitch technique used is F double crochet. Please watch my demonstration of the specific crocheting method. First, cast on. Hang the yarn tail on the left hand. Place the hook underneath the yarn. Wrap the yarn counterclockwise. Pinch the crossing point of the loop with the left hand. Position the hook to the left of the yarn. Yarn over, draw the yarn through. This slip knot does not count as a stitch. Tighten the tail. Adjust the size of the loop on the hook. Crochet 4 chain stitches downward. The foundation chain is complete. Now crochet the first round. Skip 2, starting from the second to last chain stitch. A chain stitch forms this V shape. Pick up one side of the V. The top strand of the chain. Make 1 single crochet. Make 1 single crochet in the adjacent chain. Only 1 chain stitch remains. Work 3 single crochets in the same stitch. Now reaching the other side of the starting chain, pick up both strands of the adjacent chain. Make 1 single crochet. While crocheting, secure the starting tail together. This single crochet and the opposite single crochet are worked into the same chain space. Pick up both strands of the adjacent chain. Make 1 single crochet increase. Leave the excess starting tail unsecured for now. The first round is complete. The following crocheting method is simple. Refer to the chart until the third round is complete. Start the second round from this adjacent stitch. Don't crochet in the wrong position. Keep the right side facing out while crocheting. After completing the third round, move on to the fourth round. First, make 3 single crochets. Followed by fa, which means make 1 double crochet decrease. First, make an incomplete double crochet in 2 adjacent stitches, respectively. Yarn over once. Insert into the left stitch. Draw the yarn through. 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over and draw through the first 2 loops. 2 loops remain. 1 incomplete double crochet is completed. Move on to the next stitch. Yarn over once. Insert. Draw the yarn through. Yarn over and draw through the first 2 loops. The second incomplete stitch is completed. 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over and draw through all loops in once. The double crochet decrease is completed. The braid on the upper right is the stitch. Following is F. Work 1 double crochet, yarn over once. Insert the hook. Draw through. Yarn over one after another. Draw through the first 2 loops on the hook. Repeat 2 times. 1, 2. The double crochet is completed. Move on to work 1 double crochet decrease. First work 2 incomplete double crochets. 1, 2. Yarn over and draw through all loops on the hook. The second double crochet decrease is completed. Work 4 single crochets downward. The fourth round is completed. For the following fifth round, the technique is very simple. Everyone can directly follow the stitch pattern on the chart. After completing the fifth round, shaping wire needs to be added. Here I'll demonstrate with a swatch. First, stuff the fabric piece. The starting tail of the cast-on is also inside. You can use scissors to help. Just a small amount of stuffing is needed. Then cut a shaping wire about 50 centimeters long. Fold the bottom approximately 15 centimeters in half. Twist it. Note that the front shouldn't be too wide. Bend the front slightly. Stuff into the leg. Add a little more fiberfill. Keep the shaping wire in the middle position. The shaping wire must reach the front end. The crochet method for the back is simple. Follow the stitch pattern in the chart. After completing, slightly stretch the loop, leave about 30 centimeters of yarn tail and cut off. Crochet the other leg in the same way. Don't cut the yarn after completing. Complete them on your own. I won't demonstrate. This is what the two legs look like when completed. Next, learn the body crochet method. Take a look at the finished product. Continue crocheting upward along the two legs. You need to connect with the arms while crocheting. Watch my demonstration of the specific crochet method. First, connect the two legs. The chart shows 4ch to connect the two legs. Find the connection position of the two legs. Align the side where you work double crochets on both legs. Bring them together with the right sides facing. The leg with the yarn tail should be underneath. Mark the middle position of the side seams on both legs. Approximate position is fine. Use a yarn tail of another color to mark. Take a look. On the sample, the leg with the yarn tail. The yarn tail is at the second stitch to the right of the mark. Actually, you need to work on the position adjacent to the mark. Continue from the ending position with one single crochet. After completing, stretch the loop. Leave about 5 centimeters of yarn tail and cut the yarn. The leg without the yarn tail. The yarn tail is on the left side of the mark. On the sample, it's 5 stitches apart. You can work 3 more single crochets. Reach the yarn tail mark position. Then work 4 chain stitches. Take the other leg. From the fasten off position, start from the adjacent stitch on the left side. Work 8 single crochets downward. Crochet while weaving in the yarn tail at the same time. Trim off the excess tail. Now you've reached the chain stitch position for joining. With the wrong side of the chain facing you, pick up the top loop. Crochet a single crochet with this yarn. Work a total of 4 single crochets. Once completed, start working single crochets from the adjacent stitch. Continue all the way down to finish all stitches on this leg. After completing, crochet single crochets on the other side of the chain. Insert the hook into the placement of the previous single crochet below, which means picking up both strands of the V-shaped loop. The first round is now done. This round joins both legs into one large circle. Move on to crochet round 2. Increase stitches on both sides of the body. First, align the body along the connection position. Press it flat front and back. Find the middle position, where it folds in half, and mark it. Approximately is fine. After completing, work single crochets. Don't forget to mark the beginning and ending positions. Pay attention, this stitch next to it is less noticeable. Don't miss it. At the 2 marked stitch positions, work SC2 in 1. Work even single crochets for the rest. After completing, check the stitch count. Round 2 is completed. Twist the 2 shaping wires together. The crocheting method for round 3 is the same as round 2. First, find the middle positions on both sides of the body. Mark the position. Then work single crochets. Work SC2 in 1 at the marked positions. Work rounds 4 through 6. Working even single crochets. Refer to the pattern yourself. Refer to the previous demonstration. Complete these rounds. Stuff as you go. Now work round 7. Align and press the front and back of the body flat. Find the side seam stitch markers. Work single crochets after completing. Work SC2 tog at the marked positions. Finish them. This completes round 7. The 9th round uses the same method as round 7. I've already crocheted this part ahead. Stuff with fiberfill after completing. Move on to round 9. Align and press the front and back of the body flat. Find the middle 2 stitches markers front and back. Approximate positions are fine. Decrease at the marked positions. Work even single crochets elsewhere. Rounds 10 through 26. The method is simple. Refer to the pattern. Complete these rounds. Stuff as you go. Start attaching arms at round 27. First, determine the arm connection positions. Press the body flat like this. Between the marked positions, the stitch count on front and back should be identical. My swatch is already marked. Next, work single crochets first, all the way to before the yarn tail marker. Now we're at this position. Take out a better arm. Insert the hook from inside out. Into the adjacent stitch on the left side of the yarn tail. Insert into the bodice left side like this. Adjacent stitch. Work a single crochet. Don't make the joining single crochets too loose. Once completed, continue working single crochets normally until before the next marker position. Now we're at this position. Take out the other arm. Pass through the arm the same way like this. Stitch on the left side of the yarn tail. Go through both the adjacent stitch on the left side of the body. Work one single crochet. Don't make this single crochet too loose. Then continue normally. Now, the 27th round is completed. Continue to crochet the 28th round. The number indicates how many times to repeat the pattern. First, work 3 single crochets. Then work 1 single crochet decrease. Pay attention, if you reach the arm joining position, pick up the arm stitches directly to crochet. AA is completed. First, work 3 single crochets. Then work one single crochet decrease. This is the second group. Repeat the remaining 4 times with 3 single crochets. 1 single crochet decrease method. Pick up the corresponding arm or body stitches directly to crochet. The 28th round is completed, and the arms are attached. Next, insert shaping wire between the 2 arms. Use shaping wire that's 2 centimeters longer. I've already cut it here. Pass the other end through the middle of the body shaping wire. Fold this end in half and draw through the arm. Then fold the other end in half by 1 centimeter. Insert into the other arm. Like this, the shaping wire for the arms is attached. The following crocheting method is simple. Everyone refer to the pattern to complete them. Pay attention not to adjust the decrease position randomly. Starting from the 30th round, no need to add stuffing anymore. Note that after the 30th round, the stitch count is fewer. Here you can tighten the shaping wire. Look everyone. The completed swatch. The marked yarn tails can be removed. If there is excess shaping wire here, cut off the excess part. Then leave about 15 centimeters of yarn tail. Cut the yarn. Thread the yarn tail through the yarn needle. Then pass through each stitch. Front loop like this. Finally tighten the yarn tail. Closing method completed. Then tie a knot to secure the yarn tail. Hide it inside the plant. You can gather a few more stitches. Trim excess tail. For the arm, thread the yarn tail through the yarn needle. Then sew a few stitches at the underarm space position. Ensuring there are no visible holes here. Then tie another knot. Weave in and fasten off. Up to this point, the body section is complete. After completing the body, continue to learn the crochet method for the head. Start with a magic ring for the head, then crochet in spirals following the chart. Don't forget to mark the first stitch. Stuff after completing round 22. Stuff firmly and evenly. Then continue to complete the remaining rounds. Fasten off when done. Leave about 5 centimeters of yarn tail and cut. Gently tighten the yarn tail. The marker can be removed. Stuff it into the head. You can use a crochet hook to assist. Ensure it fits properly on top of the body. If it's hard to insert, you can use the hook handle or other tools. Then join the head to the body. That concludes the crochet method for the head. Up to this point, the entire basic body has now been fully explained. If you have any unclear parts during the crocheting process, please don't hesitate to join our Facebook group to get supports. Susan's family, supporting your handwork experience, sharing the joy of life. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode.